Okay, so before we begin, if you want me to do one for any other stage, this one I'm gonna be talking about the versus AGL, basically, the tech units you have to use. But if you want one for versus tech, versus int, versus STR, versus Fizz, which honestly, like this one, unless you're like brand new to the game, like versus STR is not hard. Especially, I mean, even Cooler can get you through it too. And the brand new Dokkan Fest right now. So even if you're a brand new player, farm up stones, get Cooler. So like this one is not that hard. What is probably the hard? I think this one is the hardest. When I say this one, I did have a little bit of trouble versus with the versus int, but anyway, if you want me to do one for the other four, I can do that. But to get into it, first and foremost, this is the basically the leader skill I would personally use if you have them, if you summon for them. If you don't, we'll get into it. There's a couple leaders you could go with. You don't need a double 170 or 200% leader either. But it's helpful when you have two categories and you have a good amount of options for the team. So that's why again they're brand new and maybe you didn't pull them, maybe you didn't get lucky, didn't pull them. So that sucks. And again, we'll talk about it, but they're all over the friends list. So if you have something like, oops, wait, hang on. Oh no, never mind. Never mind. If you have this Gohan right here, he can be good. I mean, you're only 100%, but you can do fine. The EZA, which one's the? Oh, there's the. I don't know. I lost track. This one right here, 130%. That's not that's a good option too. He is on the Memorial Dragon Stones. He's in the banners. We get free summons. Free 7 tickets every like a week and a half or something. We're basically around for missions, and then like the start of part 2 we got some. So maybe you have this guy, easy him, get him up to 130. I did beat versus versus Fizz. That's the one I meant. Versus Fizz. Sorry. The one where you can use Cooler. I did beat it. I used myself a Cooler leader, and then I brought a friend, LR Brawly, which I think is he on here? Yeah, this one right here. In case you don't know, he's only 4 key 120. So I did beat it. I did beat this with basically 2 LR Brawlies on the team and only a 120. So again, if you don't have the gods and maybe you don't have LR Gohan here, 130 is not bad. Obviously, you can bring, where is he? You can bring the movie heroes Gogeta, but then that limits you to only these units here. And again, the reason you want a double leader skill with Power Beyond Super Saiyan is it really opens up the field. First of all, you have the AoE right here. Majin Vegeta is an AoE paired with items and whatnot with the was it takoyaki, I think is how you pronounce it. Basically, the int key, or the int keys. The int it changes not int. Oh my god. Changes orbs to tech, and then you get plus 5% attack. So, with an AoE like that, Majin Vegeta can be good. It's better to have dupes in him, especially just because how little, like, he can hit kind of weak. But if you have dupes in him, you can clear it. Obviously, you can without dupes, but it's just easier, better too. But if you want to, go full offensive. If you have 2 dupes in your Majin Vegeta, go the offensive, like crit and attack, 500, 400, whatever you can do. Try to get it the highest attack plus 400, 500 if you have those, and just really stack them up for offensively. And then again, that way you have a chance to beat this with the higher attack stat. But why this opens up is you have Vegito here. I believe you additional. They can work. It's just you gotta get lucky and whatnot. Obviously, if you have dupes and you have additionals, a lot of these units can double super. But Global's unlucky because we don't have EZA tech, or the EZA for Tech Vegito Blue yet. But I used him on my run, the run that I got the Tech, the versus AGL done. I had Blue Vegito on my team. He did help me, eventually with stacking in his super attack, stacking from his passive, he can hit hard deep in the fight. So again, 2 units like that is really, really helpful. And then I believe I'm just gonna very quickly, because I got more to go over here. Double check. Yeah, high chance of launching an additional. Okay, for 5 turns. If you have him. For only 5, so I've gone 6 or 7 turns sometimes in this fight. So, because you basically have to clear every stage, turn 1, which is easy for the first two phases. Because again, there's 5 stages or 5 phases, excuse me. And the first 2 are very easy to clear in 1 turn, but these 2 can be kind of hard. Unless you're using items, but you want to try to at least save one of your items for the fifth phase, one of the takoyakis for your 5th phase, so that you might go 2 phases on 3 or 4 or 3 and 4. So that's why I already closed them up. That's why I'm a little bit hesitant. Just he'll be helpful early on, but if you get him, that fifth phase, you better hope you have additionals in him, because he might not be supering twice, and then you might get stuck with only killing maybe 3 or 4 of the enemies. So yeah, that's, again, you can use him. He has additionals built in, but just you probably want to throw him off rotation by the 4th phase. Because he might not be helpful for that last phase. So again, that's 2 of the big things here. I pulled up legendary power because actually I think I can just do. Let me just do this. This Brawly right here, I'll pull him up. He can launch two attacks, I believe, in both of his. Yes. Okay, so in his I guess base form, Super Saiyan form, he can launch an additional super attack, and then you can launch an additional super attack here, and you have, what is this, 30% chance. Hang on. You have against one enemy, you have launch an additional that might be or 30% chance to be a super. So the cool thing about this unit here is if you have 2 units left, or 2 or 3 of the robots left to kill. Let's say you're in phase 5. Well, I guess you probably have to have 3. He gets his first super attack. You want to pair. I guess I didn't mention it, but you want to pair it up with this, his active skill, which he can use, when he transforms. So you want to save that active skill for the 5th phase. Try to get Brawly on the 5th phase. And again, if you have him in slot 2. And maybe the gods who can double super. Is it 20 key? Yes, 20 key. They get a guaranteed additional super. So maybe the gods kill 2 of them or whatever, and you have 3 left. He'll do 2 attacks, and then he will do a 3rd attack. So he can get both parts of his passive to activate in the same turn when you're facing multiple enemies, and you kill 1 or 2 of them. Or you have to at least kill 2 of them if there's 3 enemies left. But if there's 2 enemies left and you kill him, he gets that 3rd super. So technically, he can super 4 times on the technicality. But that's, again, if you go from 2 or 3 enemies down to 1, and then, you have to get the hidden potential system. That's where the 4th super is the hidden potential. So, again, this guy's very good. You pair it up with the item and then his active skill. He will kill all the enemies. So just again, try to save the active skill for the 5th phase. Try to get Broly on the 5th phase, because he will be helpful. And again, having him with the gods, I forget how many they share legendary power. They have Super Saiyan, right? Right? Legendary power, fierce battle, Super Saiyan. I think he has prepare for battle. Yes. Saiyan lineage warrior race. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. So they share 4 out of 7. So that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Again, if you have Broly, you don't really need too many dupes in him. At least, 1 can be helpful. But if you have him 55%, again, with the item, with this activated, he can still kill them all in, basically 3-4 attacks. And again, if you have dupes in them, you can get a fourth, possibly get a fourth attack depending on how many additional you put into them. So this is one of the better units. Obviously, an AOE unit like Majin Vegeta is probably the best, but there's just not a lot of units that either additional or AOE that are tech. That's why LR Krillin for physical. You have the Dragon Ball Super Broly for physical. I think there's someone else. You have STR Broly who just wipes the floor in those phases. You have Majin Vegeta, AGL Majin Vegeta for the versus STR. Int. Who does Int have? Maybe I should make one on Int. I can't remember off the top of my head. Duh. You have the active skill with the Vegeta here. The Int Vegeta. So there are options. It's just you're a lower tier AOE option for tech. And again, if you don't have the gods or you don't want to use the gods, you can use where is he? Grade 8 Vegeta. You can use him too. I don't have him, but I'm sure he'll be useful. But he's such a new unit, and technically he's only been on 2 banners on his original release during the 7th anniversary, and then now from now on he's unfeatured, and he's unfeatured on the Carnival Goku banner. So I don't expect a lot of people to have him, but if you do, again, he does AOE. Is it his 12 or his 18 key? Because that can be a big difference. 18. Okay, that's good. Perfect. That's exactly what you want. You don't want a LR Krillin where it's only his 12 key is his AOE. You want the 18 key because when you pair it up with again the takoyaki item, you're gonna basically get the 18 key. So you want units with the 18 key AOE, and that's perfect. So again, if you have him, which I don't want to talk too much about him because he's again brand new. But just looking at other units, other tech units, this is Shattering Limit. We'll look at Fierce Battle in a second. So, there is literally nothing that comes to mind for these units. I don't have the Heroes unit memorized. Is there really? There's no super class. This is Shattering Limit, so I'm sure there's gonna be some in Fierce Battle most likely, at least additionals. But I can't think of any Shattering the Limit super unit. We'll look at Extreme in a second because obviously Vegeta's over here. But super wise, I can't think of any. Wow. Okay. No, the new cooler does not. Again, Vegeta, but you want him as LR. I think Cell can. Is it debuffed? Oh, look at that here. Okay. So if you want to run like an extreme unit or a extreme class unit, he has a high chance to launch an additional super. So obviously this is a world tournament unit. So if you're a newer player, maybe you don't have Cell. If you have Cell, maybe you got him with 2 dupes or whatever when he came out, or you got the free 55% because at 23 million you can get at least 1 copy. He can do 2 supers. So again, Cell is another unit you maybe want to throw on. He has an extreme class support. This doesn't matter. Minus 60% defense doesn't matter for this because it's like they can't hurt you. The enemies can't physically hurt you in this event. But again, Cell's another unit that you can use. And then obviously, yeah. Let me check Golden Cooler. I do not remember his kit. Oh, no. Okay. Okay, yeah. So it's only on Dragon Ball Heroes team. Can you do that? But you don't want to do that because you don't really have a lot of units that's super, more than once. So again, I'm looking at phase 5, and you want units that are, additionally and guaranteed additionally, and most likely superine, because it's better chances you're gonna kill the enemy when they're superine, but additional attack and medium chance of becoming a super. But then the restriction here, so yeah, no, not that. So let's look at Fierce Battle here. Obviously much long. Oh, what the heck? I thought I had this loaded. Are you kidding me? Nothing loaded? Oh my god. Okay. Well, I guess we can look at the LR serial here. Let's just see if it. Wait a minute. Okay. Come on. I swear this was loaded up already. Ah. Okay. All right. We'll just look at it. We'll look at the. I don't think that there's any different LRs. I want to pull up. Where's the? Yeah. This. Oh, I forgot to talk about Gohan and Goten. Oh my god. Does this unit? Hello? We're just not gonna work. Did they have additionals in their kit? I mean, I guess if you have this unit, I guess this isn't a bad unit to run, because it's either the active skill turn or when key is 20 or more. How does it take? Oh, when facing one enemy. Okay. Or from the 7th turn of bat. Okay, so I believe I said this before. I have gone 7 turns in one of these well, not punch bag events, but basically in this event I have gone 7 turns. So if you get to turn 7, you can get the active skill off too. You can basically kill one of the enemies with the active skill. So then you can possibly kill 3 enemies with this Gohan and Goten. So if you have them 55%, maybe slow down. Maybe try to get to turn 7 before you get to phase 5. So maybe you take, you go phase 1, you go 2 turns, then you go 2 turns, so that's 4 turns there, and then 6, and then 8. So then if you can get to turn 9, slow down, get to turn 9, and they're on rotation turn 9, maybe with the gods, maybe with oh no, I'm sorry, maybe with Vegeta Blue here. Maybe you have Majin Vegeta on rotation too. Something like that. Maybe Kalen Khalifa again, possibly. This is a strat, but again, you have to slow down. You can't blitz right through it, because then you're not going to be able to get the active skill. You're not going to be able to kill one of the enemies with the active skill, and then you're not going to get a double super. So this is more of a strat unit, and to, slow down and make sure you know what turn you're on, what rotation they're on, because you want to make sure they show up in phase 5. So again, if you have them, because they've been on, obviously their initial banner back in what was it, April already, I think. It's been, and if you pull them unfeatured since, we do have the 50 unit LR multi, one guaranteed LR multi in part 3 coming up in about probably 2 weeks. So maybe you pull them in that multi. Well, I guess you got to be careful, because this event goes away when the when the celebration ends. So maybe be careful of that. I don't. You can use LR Blue Vegito. I just kind of same thing with Gogeta. I don't know if I would, because it's only guaranteed normals in their base form, and then well, I think you're a guaranteed additional super, aren't you? Because I know Gogeta is not. For some reason they said Gogeta gets the normal. Yeah, okay, so I guess, yeah, you can use them. If you have dupes, they were just on the 7th anniversary. If you pulled, a couple dupes of this unit, obviously they're 2 years old now. Maybe you get 3 supers with them. They obviously are building up, just like Gohan and Goten. as you know, well, you stack attack here, and then you build attack and defense and key and the blue farm. So you can use them, but it's just you just got to be careful. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan, but they can work. They can work, especially Vegeta. Gogeta, I'm not a fan of using in here because it's a guaranteed normal. So Gohan and Goten again is one of the better units for this. Obviously they are on Movie Heroes, so they can work too. So there's a couple options. It's just the only really option for AOE is this guy. Even in Fierce Battle here, there's not really there's not really an AOE unit in here besides Majin Vegeta. So it's just try to find units that launch additionals. You're guaranteed to launch an additional, even if it is a normal. But just like like I was just saying with Gogeta, I'd prefer, and it's better if you get a super because you have a better chance of killing in the later stages. Obviously, someone like LR Cooler, with paired with an item, the normals can do a lot of damage. But some of these units where you have to really build up for a long time and maybe you don't get them every turn, or you have them off rotation that first turn and they don't come around until again late in the fight, then the normals aren't going to do as much. So it's just outside of Majin Vegeta, there's just like no one that AoEs. So again, that's why that's why you got to find units that additional. Vegeta Blue, again, if he had his CZA, it'd be 100 times better. But of course, Global's got to wait until probably December. So if you want me to do a video on versus Tech versus Int versus STR versus Phase, like I said in the beginning, let me know if you want a video on any of those. LR Broly, just that's free advice right there. LR Broly, that's all you need there for that phase right there. That's it. That's literally it. Bring 2 of them. Again, it worked for me. So it should work for anyone. My Broly is 11-10 lengths. I think he's only I think he's 79%. Try to find Rainbow Friend, someone with dupes. But yeah. So without further ado, like the video, share the video around, don't forget to subscribe. Let me know your thoughts if it worked. Is there a unit I missed? I don't think so. I don't think I missed an AoE unit in here. But maybe there's one I'm not thinking of that does AoE. But yeah, I already signed out, so I'm out of here. Peace.